Evening, guys.
All right, thank you for joining us. We'll get started with opening remarks, and then if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Happy Sunday, happy Easter. Hope you're all tucking into your Easter eggs. Well, we're really happy and proud of the players to come to a place like Seattle with great history and such a tough place to come and really grind out an away performance. I think my reflection from last week was I think everyone that I spoke to, probably from outside the club and from inside the club, was a different kind of feeling after the New England game. A different kind of feeling to what they saw, but more importantly, but how they felt watching and how they felt playing. And what I challenged the team before the game is that we've got to keep that feeling. And we spoke about what that feeling was and how we got that feeling. And I think what you saw today was a continuation of the work that's required to become a good team, the work that's required to have a real clear identity. And I think that's two 3 points, 2 wins on the bounce now against the Eastern Conference champions and probably the best team in the Western Conference. So that should give us confidence, and that should give us massive learning and growth to keep believing in that growth of our identity. I've got to mention a couple of players. I thought Mabika was outstanding. I thought Bryce Duke, when he came on, which showed us why we really believe in him. Mo Adams as well, and Leo Campagna again was someone that I think is going to have a big future at this football club. So sorry to keep you waiting.
We'll get started with questions now. As a reminder, 1 question per turn. We'll get started with $7.90 the ticket, then Michelle Kaufman.
Wanted to start first with the defending of Damian Lowe and Ayman Mabika. It seemed like they were always well placed to cut out crosses. What can you say about their performance and how the team overall defended? It's the first clean sheet since the opening day of the season.
Yeah, second clean sheet of the season. Defending crosses really well. Positions from crosses really, really good. Wasn't happy with them last week against New England. Think about the first goal when we conceded from a cross. We worked hard on that. I think what we're seeing a partnership developing. It's in its early stages, and they've got to keep playing together. And the whole back four now are beginning to understand, each other and the movements and blocking of crosses and covering each other. And Nick Marsman helps with that. He's been outstanding since he came back in. Look at the control that he gave the back four in the first half in possession. But Damian probably had his best game. Tonight. I think he needed it. I think he's an experienced player within our back four. You think of May and Chris, inexperienced in terms of sort of their careers so far. And I think we needed a leadership performance, and he gave that.
Next question, Michelle Kaufman, then Franco Panizo.
Hi, Phil. Congratulations and happy Easter to you. Happy Easter. I want to ask you about Robbie. You've been, I know I always ask about Robbie, but he's obviously a really key player. There was so much expectations from him in the last couple of years, and you've always had a special interest in him and trying to get him to a different level. How do you think he played today, and what does it mean, do you think, for him to finally score his first goal?
Yeah, Robbie's doing really well. He played well tonight, and he knows what I think of him. He knows that he knows where I think he should go. He knows what I think he needs to do, and we're really pleased with him.
Next question, Franco.
Thank you, Rafa. Hey, Phil. Happy Easter.
Easter.
Going back to the second half, or just going to the second half, just want to get your analysis or your sensation. Even when Seattle had the ball for much of the second half, you guys dominated the spaces, didn't give up a whole lot. Can't really remember Nick Marsman being tested, maybe from Damian's backward. So it was pretty much a defensive masterclass from you guys in terms of executing the game plan that you guys wanted. Just your thoughts and your analysis on that second half defensively.
Yeah, well, I think we knew that they were going to bring on their starters. They're brilliant players. It got to about 58 minutes, and me, Jason, Martin, and Mark all said to each other, "I think it's a grind out type of performance." We weren't secure in the first pass. We weren't really secure in the ball up to the centre forward. It was coming back at us. So we decided to go to the back five. We brought Noah on. We closed and made the pitch. Across. We spread our players across the pitch, and we said we're going to grind it out. We spoke before the game about game management in these situations. About you come into a place like this. It's not going to be a tea party where everyone just gets on with each other and it's nicey. It's going to be a grind out performance. And we then realised that probably we needed to get Mo Adams on the pitch. We needed to get spread the pitch in two zones, which was 5 and the 4 then, because the balls just kept coming back to us. And when they brought the Roldan brothers on, they've got great understanding on that right hand side. And we just went into grind out. And I think what we had 15, 16 players doing their job. We had 15, 16 players all sticking to the game plan. We had 15, 16 players that when they gave the ball away, they fought like mad to get it back. And we had 15, 16 players that showed that they wanted to fight for Inter Miami.
Next question, Jose Rodriguez, then Mike DiPasquale.
Thanks, Rafa. Phil, a few weeks ago, you demanded more from your top players. Are they delivering for you now, or is there something else that you want to see from them? Thank you.
Well, I think Gregory in the last 2 games has got back up to a level that we think he should be at. I think what I'm seeing now is my demand, not my demand. What I'm seeing is that we've got 18 players heading in the same direction. We've got 18 players all fighting for each other. Spirit is great. And that's what I've wanted since the start of the season. I think that's the most important thing. And I think when you play as a team and you have that kind of discipline and concentration and team ethic, the players then grow and start producing moments of brilliance, like DeAndre did in the first half, crossing, and Lassiter had 2 or 3 opportunities. The Campagna had a couple of opportunities, half opportunities. So within the team structure, you allow the individuals then to flourish, and we've not really had that. And I think what we've got now, we've got a foundation of a team structure which will allow our exciting players to flourish, and that's what teams do. Without that foundation, your best players can't play well. They can't flourish. They can't control games. And I felt we were controlling the game in possession first half, but out of possession second half, which was probably more pleasing than how I felt since I came to this football club.
We'll go to Mike DiPasquale.
Thank you, Rafa. Happy Easter, Phil. I wanted to ask you, you mentioned going into Seattle. It's a tough place for any team to go into. But just how big of a win is this one, considering in Seattle, for the confidence level of the players moving forward?
Yeah, I think that's what the New England game, that's what I wanted from the New England game. Confidence to give them confidence, but confidence in what we're trying to do, confidence and belief in how we're trying to work. We've revamped the whole football side, sports scientists, new playing staff, and sometimes you need results to keep believing in the work that our sports scientists are doing. We've got 4 or 5, I think world-class sports scientists now that are getting the players incredibly fit. The durability of the players, we're working them so hard. They're doing so much strength and conditioning work, and we're just beginning to see that brilliant crop that we brought in looking super fit, being able to to ride challenges and go for 90 minutes, 96 minutes, and for me it was let's get the wins on the table, and it'll give us confidence in the system, the tactics, the identity, and everything that we're trying to build, because we are trying to build, and results give you confidence.
Last 2 questions, Jonathan Sigado of MLSsoccer.com, and then Michelle Kaufman.
Hi, Phil. Congrats on the result. Just wanted to ask about what that next progression is now for this team. And I know it's a busy week with Open Cup and you guys aren't going to look too far ahead, but what do you think is kind of that next step for Miami as you all keep evolving with, as you just mentioned, basically entirely revamped team.
I
What can you
think
say forward looking, if anything? at
I
this
think it's
stage? Yeah.
consistency in performance, consistency in behaviours. I think that's what I'm looking for now. Consistency in everything that they do. You know, I think they've set a real high bar now, and they can't drop below it. And we've still got players. You know, Gibbs, Saylor, Yajoa, Higuain will be back with us in the next 7 days, which will thicken up the bench, thicken up the depth of the squad, because we'll need every single one of them this week. We get back to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow night at 6-7 o'clock, and then we play on Tuesday. So we're going to need all our depth, you know. And now I want consistency. I think they're beginning to understand how we want them to play, which I think takes time. But I think they're just beginning to understand how we want them to play. And now it's to keep taking it to the other level of scoring goals, attacking football, keeping our identity strong, and taking baby steps forward. We've got 7 points. Still not enough. Still not enough for where we want to be or where we want to finish. So we just need consistency now in our performances and results.
Last question, Michelle Kaufman.
Phil, you mentioned Gonzalo there. You know, you've had 2 games in a row now that you won without him on the field. And you said after the last game that, you know, you have found the formula, like this is the formula. Now you won again in Seattle. You know, where do you think he fits in then with this lineup?
Well, he's obviously got to get fit, get back into full training. We will need him. We will need him without a shadow of a doubt. This season is really long. This week is going to be a long week. We will need Gonzalo Higuain. I heard him on FaceTime to Motta, to Gregory, to Campagna before the game, wishing them all the best, cheering them on the coach on the way to the game. I know that he'll be desperate. I know he's desperate to get back with the team. And I know for a fact that we will need him from now to the end of the season. He wants to finish this season on a high. So the motivation and challenge there is probably greater than he's ever had since he came to Inter Miami. He's now got competition for places. He now sees a team that's playing a type of football with certain types of behaviours now that are non-negotiable. And he's just got to fit into that, which I'm sure he will do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Happy Easter.